to sort out notification. So, if you're new here, my name's Victoria. I'm a homeschool mum of 5 in the UK. On this channel, I talk about home education, motherhood, charity shop hauls, randomness. But if you're interested in my raw, large family homeschool vlogs, I'll link my Patreon below. So, let's get cracking. I'm trying to keep it short and concise in case there's another altercation with my charming children. Right, this one is how to enjoy being a stay-at-home mum. Now, I have been a stay-at-home mum for 13 years. I have 5 children. I pretty much, well, I was about to say I pretty much got it down now, but it's not that. It's just I'm too busy. I'm too busy to get lonely or bored. But I do remember those days when I had one little baby, and it was the most wonderful time. I have the most wonderful memories of my first baby. But I remember that there were times when, you know, I was lonely, or it was an adjustment, or I was thinking, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm over it now. So, my kids are aged 2 to 13, by the way. So I'm just gonna think back to those times and give you some tips if you're a new stay-at-home mum, or you're about to be a stay-at-home mum, on how to enjoy it, because there's so many things about, you know, how it's stressful and it's lonely and it's boring and that. And there are going to be moments you're going to be overwhelmed. There are going to be moments you're going to be bored. There are going to be moments you're going to be lonely. That's just the same with whatever you do in life. But I think the first thing is you've got to allow yourself time to adjust. It can be a culture shock, especially if you have come straight out of a really busy career, or straight out of a lifestyle that thought completely differently to the stay-at-home mum thing. Maybe you've got to adjust your budget severely to be able to stay at home. Maybe you're completely isolated and cut off from people that when you were used to being surrounded by people. I mean, when I become a stay-at-home mum, I was only working 16 hours a week because my husband's always been breadwinner. But we moved. When my oldest was about a month old, we moved from everybody and everything apart from my mum. So it was like a totally starting again type thing. And yeah, you've got to give yourself time to adjust. Be kind to yourself and understand it's an adjustment period. It's not an, oh my God, I've just really wrecked my life, what have I done? It's an adjustment period. Same as becoming a mother is an adjustment period. Even if you take the stay at home with that, everything's changed, but you will get there. Number 2, don't be lonely. If you've got friends, go visit them. Just go out, meet random people, which does happen on the park, whether play groups and mothers groups, go to them. Don't worry about, oh, won't know anybody. It might take you a couple of weeks to get chatting to somebody. Just think of it as like, my baby's my date, I'm going with my baby. When we moved up here and I didn't know anybody, I didn't dare go to a play group until my oldest was 7 months old. And soon as I did, you know, I started getting to know people around here. You will make friends. I've got a friend who moved to Birmingham, which is about an hour and a half from here. No friends after a divorce, where she lived. And she said, if somebody had told me that having a baby would mean I'd meet some of my bestest friends, some of the most supportive, loyal friends I've ever had, I'd have laughed in their face. And she met them all at the playgroup. Number 3, go out. Being a stay-at-home mum doesn't mean you've got to be stuck inside. Even going for a walk, or to shops, or to, like, you can source all the free things if budget's a problem. The park, or for a walk in the woods. And I tell you something now, it might seem daunting, but the quicker you get your baby and yourself used to being out and about, the quicker it will be. The easier it'll be. I used to load everything up I needed in a big bag on the buggy and just go. And go on the park and put a blanket down and whatever. Get out of the house. Go see people. Break the monotony. Don't have to be stuck indoors. Number 4, enjoy the freedom. Hang on. Enjoy the freedom. Sorry, I've got to do it in 2 sections because it's getting longer than I thought. You are in a position now as a stay-at-home mum. Yes, everything, you know, you're not completely free to do what you like. Things revolve around that little baby of yours, that beautiful little baby of yours. But you are now almost completely free to do whatever you like. You can have something to eat when you want to have something to eat. You can go out when you want to go out. If the baby's asleep and you want a nap, you can have a nap. You can do whatever you like. The freedom of being a stay-at-home mum with a little baby, you don't realise you can do what you like, but enjoy it and understand that it's a blessing and a freedom. You haven't got to get up at 6 in the morning, rush out the door, drop your baby at daycare or nursery or childminder or whatever it is, go to work knackered, sleep deprivation from the baby, possibly pumping breast milk as well while you're at work, do a full day's work for somebody else, go pick the baby up, come back, sort the baby out, go to sleep, go through the whole process again, sometimes with no bloody sleep. I know from friends of mine who are working mums with babies, it doesn't sound fun. And I just remember that time with my oldest, you know, sometimes I had too much freedom and I was thinking, what am I going to do today? I don't know what to do. But I have the best memories of just pottering to the park with him or just sitting with him on the sofa and us both going to sleep and in a cuddle. This is when he's older, by the way, not newborn, when you shouldn't really sleep with them on the sofa, but just having naps together. It was just the most wonderful, amazing freedom time. It was just, yeah, so just appreciate it. The next one is understand it's not forever. The sleepless nights, the having a little baby that can't talk back to you and you feel like you've had no adult conversation that day and the only thing you've watched is Postman Pat. It doesn't last forever. That little baby I've been talking about is now 13 and he's growing the start of a moustache. It's crazy. And he can have a completely coherent adult conversation with me now. It doesn't last forever. Same as whatever adjustments you've had to make to your life or your budget is not forever. You can go back to work later. You can earn money later. You can have a full night's sleep later. This is a teeny tiny drop in the ocean of what's going to be your life. It's not forever. And all these people that go, oh my God, you're going to be out of the workplace. Oh, it's a drop in the ocean, literally drop in the ocean. And the last one is don't listen to naysayers. Look, a lot of these people who are very negative about stay-at-home mums, and I'm just going to say it, are insecure with their own choices. I don't slag off working mothers. I'll say for the benefit of stay-at-home mums or people who want to be stay-at-home mums why I think that's beneficial, but I don't slag off working mothers because I don't need to. Same as if they're slagging off stay-at-home mums or if they're talking about why being a working mum works for them, I don't then comment going, that is so offensive to stay-at-home mums, how would I, because I'm secure in my choices. If someone's ain't a pop at you and saying you should be at work, they're not secure in their choices, they're not educated enough, or does their opinion really matter? All that matters is your decision with your baby and how you want to live your life and how you want motherhood to look in your home. Ignore them, doesn't matter. Flush all that out, doesn't matter. So they're my tips to how to enjoy being a stay-at-home mum when you're new to it. You got a little baby. Allow yourself time to adjust. Don't be lonely. Connect with other people you already know, or new people, new friends with babies as well. And you can support each other and understand each other. Go out, you don't have to be stuck in the house. Enjoy the freedom. Understand it's not forever. Savour this time. I know that's hard to hear when you've got mastitis and you haven't been able to sleep and the baby's got colic and you haven't seen anybody else for 2 days and the house is a tip because the baby's like Velcro. We've all been there. But trust me, from a mum of 5, this is freedom. I will look back on these years as best years of my life, and I know I will, as stressful as they are. I must remember that next time the toddler draws on the wall. And the last one is don't listen to naysayers, but that goes for anything in life. Ignore them. Who cares about them anyway? Mwah.